Salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute, que lo que and shit, dude. Are we in the elevator? What's going on, guys? So today's topic is passport bros being denied entry to Colombia. You know what? This is something that happens to many people in many countries, man. But I think the reason why it's getting more attention is because there's so many damn YouTubers in Colombia that it gets blown out of proportion, man. Some of the people that I've been saying have been getting kicked out, man. Me personally, fool, like I'm kind of glad they got kicked out because I don't want those creeps inside that country, anyways. Who was it? I think there was a guy that was beefing with QB and shit. He was on Razor Rage live 2 days ago, and he was talking about he said it himself. He was nervous, and the lady was like, "Why are you shaking?" Like, bro, in any country you go and you're shaking, they're not gonna let you inside. It's not just a Colombian thing. You go to Mexico, Brazil, anywhere, they're not gonna let you inside, man. And shit, dude. So the other three guys that didn't let inside. First of all, like there's more to the story, man. Like that's why I hate about these dudes. Like they don't tell you everything. I think DC Ray talked about it a little bit, but he wasn't giving too many details. The guy had about 7,000 in his pocket. So anybody that goes to a foreign country with that much money, man, you're just a fool, man. Like there's no reason why you should have that money. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of glad they got kicked out. But I know they're gonna go back again because I saw his Instagram post and he was talking about going back in a few months, but I think he's gonna go to Cartagena and then Medellin. But whatever, man. But the guy has like tattoos on his face, and you meet the description of what they're not wanting in that country, you're gonna get kicked out, man. Just the way it is. Kenya, Uganda, South Africa, and the UK seem to have been more sophisticated with the use of scolopine as they're being put in perfume cologne bottles. I don't know that, bro. I have no idea, bro. I have no intention of visiting those places. I don't think it's happening in the UK though, bro. Maybe Kenya, Uganda. I mean, to be honest with you, people get scoped everywhere. I know people that have gotten scoped in Mexico, Thailand, even. But it's very rare that you hear about it. Not like Colombia. Like Colombia, you have like a bunch of videos of people constantly like getting drugged and shit, dude. Like, I mean, I don't know if everybody saw that video of that guy chasing the girl in Provenza. I don't know. She was so stupid to show up and But I think they become the. I think the women that are doing the druggings have become so greedy with the druggings that they can't help themselves, and that's why they're getting caught. I think back in the day when they first started doing it, they would do it once in a while, and so it was easier for them to get away. But now they kind of got like really sloppy, and so they're getting caught up a lot. That's what I know is like because if you drug a foreigner, you shouldn't be going to Poblado anymore at all because you never know you might run into him. So that just lets me know that the girl's sloppy. Like they're getting sloppy and they're just being so greedy with the money. They keep doing it and doing it and doing it, even though they're getting enough money where they could live comfortably for like the rest of the year. They keep pushing it. So Medellin is getting too much attention, but it makes it worse. Desperate clones posting prostitution. Yeah. Um. I mean, Fico. I don't know why people are surprised. The mayor ran on this, man. The mayor Fico ran on this. He said he wanted to clamp down, and then when you see the interviews with him and they ask him about the druggings of foreigners, he doesn't give a shit. He's they're messing with bad people. Like, come on, bro. And shit, Colombians in general have accountability issues, and so it's like I mean, you could just hear from the mayor's mouth and shit like, they're messing with bad people, like, bro. And Europe is normal for you to drink with people and then take a girl home. And in America too, you don't have to worry about a girl drugging you and deleting you and shit, Or in Brazil too, like, well, I know in Brazil they're starting to drug a lot more in Rio, but other cities I don't really hear about that. But even in Brazil, the girls that are doing the druggings in Brazil are some ugly ass looking women, dude. Like the good educated women's and the ones that are like, that have like social media presence, you don't have to worry about them. Rue was beefing with QB. No, I think the guy's name is called the Pathfinder, bro. Pathfinder. So I know QB got on the live and he started talking shit to the dude. But shout out to QB. It's too bad that he doesn't have videos no more because of his job. But maybe one day he'll come back. I haven't done any lives because I kind of feel like I'm gonna do my videos now with like women when I go back to Colombia, and I might do a few lives in Brazil. I don't know. Brazil's a little bit more complicated, but because Brazil actually like the girls, so I kind of don't want to put them on camera and shit. But in Colombia, I don't give a shit about them. So It's easier for me to put the Colombian women because I do not give a damn about them, dude. Like I'm just kind of like over it. QB quit YouTube because of his job, bro. I think somebody reported his channel, and so he's chasing the bag, so he kind of had to make a decision. So I wanted to go to Jamaica next year. That was gonna be the first country I went to, but because of what happened with the hurricane, I had to like change plans. I wanted to do like 6 weeks in Jamaica, but I think if I do go back to Jamaica next year, it'll probably be towards the end of the year. It's gonna take a few months for that island to recuperate. Like power lines are down, houses, like it's gonna take them about half a year to like fix shit. So I decided just to wait. So I'll be back in Brazil around Feb, if not March, late Feb, or not first week of March. I'll probably be in Brazil for about maybe like a good 6 weeks, maybe longer. I don't know. I might even skip Colombia, but I'm supposed to do Colombia for vlog, and I'm gonna do a little bit of vlogging in Brazil. Well, but Brazil, like I said, I'm really cool with some of the women there, so I'm not gonna be putting them on camera. Like I'll get some videos with some interviews like I did last time. But if it's a girl like I'm going out with, I'm dating, I'm not gonna be putting her on camera. I'm just not. And Colombia is different, man. I don't really give a shit, bro. Like Colombia, Medellin's like, man, you know what? I saw something that was so sad. I was on Tinder the other day. I haven't used Tinder in ages, bro. But I was swiping through Medellin, and one girl had like this interesting bio. I should have took a photo screen. I didn't take because I ended up matching with her, but I didn't take a photo screen of her bio. But it was so sad, bro. Like it tells you like the fucking culture that they have over there, bro. Like the girl's like, it's so hard to meet real authentic people here in this city. So I want to just go ahead and sell myself. I'm not really a whore, but if you offer me enough money, I'll do what I have to do. I was like, what the fuck? Like, bro, I just started laughing when I saw that bio for like, I mean, I just unmatched with her. I was like, bro, fuck that, dude. Like, I was just, oof, that's rough, man. I'm gonna go to Fortaleza. I might link up with so I'm gonna hit up two cities that I went to last time. I'm gonna hit up Natal and I want to hit up Fortaleza. Since I'm not gonna be there that long, I don't know if I have time. I'm gonna do a month in Rio, a week in Sao Paulo, and in a week in Natal and a week in Fortaleza. So that's already almost like 7 weeks. So I don't know if I have enough time, but I might end up going to Belo Horizonte. I want to try that in Joanna as well. So I might hit up those two cities and check them out. But I don't know, man. Are the women that don't bags have no? Those are all pros, bro. All of them, dude. They're all pros, dude. Every single girl and shit, dude. I'm gonna have like I'm gonna get my old apartment that I used to have in Medellin a few years ago. I found it again on Airbnb, so I'm gonna do my lives there in the jacuzzi with the girls and shit. I have like it's a small jacuzzi for like 3 people, so almost everybody that I asked said yes, so it should be interesting. Um, but I have a lot of planned projects for next year, man. A lot of interviews with a lot of women. My homegirl said they're down, so I'll do regular interviews with videos like I've done before in the past. I haven't done interviews in 3 years, guys. So I'm gonna, start again. That's what I'm good at. So I'm gonna do interviews with the women when I go back over there. But I'm not gonna have a lot of time in Colombia. I'm only gonna be there for like 5 weeks, I think, a month, and that's it. But let me add Buck right here because he's in the background. Well, salute, Buck. I saw you on Razor's Live the other day. I was laughing. Hey man, you know what? I went to Colombia this year and I had a box of like 236 condoms, and guess what? I don't give a fuck. As a matter of fact, I got the box ready right here. Check this out. Where is that? Give a fuck. Y'all think I'm lying? Look, right here. What does this say right here, guys? 36 fucking flat. And I don't give a fuck. If they don't let me in, guess what? I get a fucking plane ticket. I go right back to Brazil, man. I'm good, bro.
Wait, now what's happening is Ulysses. The guys that it really turned it out is like the guys who's bringing in the butt plugs and the straps. You see what I'm saying? It's like the guys
Yeah,
with
but the
the
guy had
crazy.
like 7,000 in his pocket, bro. That's like in most countries when you go, they
Oh
tell
yeah,
you
yeah, yeah. The video that
they
was
make you
circulating.
declare. They ask you how much, and in some countries it's 5,000, some countries it's 10. But why the fuck are you gonna be walking around with 7,000 in your?
7,000 in your
What the
pocket.
fuck is wrong with you, bro?
That is the
They might have thought
craziest
he was a
thing.
drug dealer too, or something like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, you know.
And it's like that is the most craziest thing. Is like, why would you put all your eggs into one basket? And you know, the crazy thing is, Ulysses. The crazy thing is, it was only it was eight of them that was going to Medellin. Only one of them was let
Yeah,
in, and the only one he had the whole villa to
yeah, the
himself.
whole village to himself,
The
bro.
whole villa to himself, and I'm like, that's nasty work, man.
Yeah,
So
bro. But you know what? That's what I want to do. I want to do interviews with like people that I know for a while over there, like people that I trust. So I'm gonna have like I'm not gonna just put random people on my videos. Like I put like girls that I know for a couple of years that they stayed at my place and shit like that. They're good people. So I don't. I mean, I'll do random
yeah,
interviews as well, but like the ones like when I talk about safety, like I'll have like my friends on there, and they could tell you about their experiences and when they've been robbed because they have been robbed. They tell me, like I got robbed here or there, so I think it'd be interesting to have like their experiences, like what happened to them, what could they have done better, what did they learn from their mistake, how do they move, what advice did they have for like somebody that's going over there.
yeah,
Just the most basic things people get robbed over there. Like they might not have it might not be a serious robbery like armed, but it's like, my friend forgot to lock her helmet on the motorcycle, which it did happen. She went inside the store to get like a plate of food and she walked out. She said like two crackheads ran out with her helmet.
And
Helmets are expensive as hell, but it's almost like $150. That's like what they make almost like in 2 or 3 weeks of work. Yeah.
yeah,
wait, wait. So if you got condoms in your luggage and money, they're gonna deny you entry into
Nah, nah,
Colombia.
nah.
no,
I don't
no, no,
think
no.
they will, bro.
No,
It was it was
here's the
other
thing.
things. It was other things. That guy
It was
just
other
like
things. The
that
guy
guy
who
was
go,
just being a
who
liar,
goes
bro. The guy
here's
that
the
came
thing.
out on DC Born Rob, he wasn't telling the truth. He had 7 racks on his
Yeah,
damn fucking on his
and
because I saw his
here's the
Instagram,
thing.
bro.
If you just bring like a box of condom and you just have your regular clothes, they're not gonna say shit. But now if you bring like 18 different sex toys, butt plugs, straps, thongs, pennies, then they're gonna be like, well, yo, what the fuck is going on? And
Hey
video
man, I came,
recorders.
I came, I came this year with 236 boxes of condoms, and I also came back with a bag of Fashion Nova. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I mean,
Man,
I didn't have no
here's
choice,
the
and
thing.
shit. I'm gonna bring the
I
toys back.
rather stay safe than get
I don't
I
give a
rather get
damn, bro.
denied.
I don't
Here's
give
the
a
thing. Here's the
fuck.
thing.
I'm gonna have a new cell phone too when I start traveling again. So I'm not gonna have nothing crazy on there. But if they go through my cell phone, because I might have some crazy videos in Brazil, I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I'm not tripping anymore. If they don't let me inside Colombia, I just go right back to Brazil. No issue, bro. Or I go
hey,
somewhere.
and I'm thinking about just going to Brazil instead of Colombia since it's hot. But
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't want to
that's
go to
smart move,
Rio.
bro.
I don't want to go to Rio because, like I said, it's the infrastructure is bad, bro. They say they got
Uh,
bed bugs in
yeah,
certain
yeah. So
places.
go to okay. In that case, go to Bella not Bella, but Fortaleza. Fortaleza is more modern. Is a newer city, where Rio is like it still got shit from the 1960s, and they don't even update because of corruption. There's a lot of corruption going on, and it still looks like the shit from the 1960s. So I was like, uh, Fortaleza is a good spot out there to
Yeah,
go.
Well,
like the most nicest apartments and Rio are gonna be in Ipanema, but those are expensive as hell. You're
Expensive,
paying
yeah.
U.S. prices, bro. You're paying like 1,500 to 2K a month.
Miami
Fuck that, bro.
prices. You paying Miami prices for
what about Recife? Because I know Casey Redbill kind of blowing that place up. So
I
it's
what
never
about
been
it?
there,
boring. It's like
bro.
there's nothing to do
What has
during
to
the
be known
like the
to is
weekday.
they aren't
Like
going to deny entry for toys and what's going on.
it's like it's one of the places there's nothing going on during the weekday. The only thing that's popping is on the weekends. That's why people love
Hey,
Rio, is because Rio is popping literally from Monday to Sunday.
What about
The
Natalie? Natalie,
Natal,
Natal.
I went to
Dennis
Natal, but it's only good for like the week.
Dennis
I don't
Jean-Pierre said it
recommend
was a
Natal,
hidden
bro.
gem
Like
over there.
I say, go to Fortaleza, bro. You just go to
Yeah,
Fortaleza,
Fortaleza.
bro.
But Dennis
So,
Jean-Pierre said Natal was a hidden gem.
oh, it was. So they got a lot. So it's a lot to do, and they got baddies there.
Yeah, they got baddies, and it's like less. You're not gonna see too much tourists like
It's
out
not
there.
that expensive.
No, no, it's cheaper, bro. It's
It's
cheaper.
cheaper, but it's like, but here's the thing: is like Rio is like if you visit Brazil for the first time, Rio is like a must hit. You know what I'm saying? Those other cities like Belo Horizonte and Natal and Fortaleza, that's like your second, third trip to Brazil.
Mhm. Okay.
Rio is like coming to the States and not even checking out New York City. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that guy that got caught with toys, bro, like that's just some weird shit. Like, why the fuck are you going in with that many toys? Like, they literally have a
It
sex
was a
shop
it was
in
an
Medellin
older
in
it was an
every
older white
other
dude.
block, bro.
Yeah, it
There's
was
no
a
reason to bring no toys, bro. Like, I brought some Fashion Nova and shit, dude, but I don't give a damn. I'm gonna have another bag of Fashion Nova. They don't let me in because of that. I have no fucking problems. I go right back to Brazil or Mexico. I have no fucks, bro. And shit, dude.
yeah. It
What's
was an older white dude that got caught with it, and
Yeah,
he was
bro,
in
but
his
he had a
60s.
bunch of shit though. For like a bunch of toys,
Yeah, he had
and
a
he had
bunch of
Victoria's
toys.
Secret. I was like, damn, dude,
He
like,
had the crazy thing is like the things that was making me laugh is like he had like
he
four
had a whole
different butt
collection,
plugs and
bro.
all that, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck are you doing with these shit? It's like then he had straps. You know what I'm saying? So like he want. I was like, then now I can see why they deny you. And here's the thing: a lot of guys are like, man, I don't. Too scared. As long as you're not a weirdo, I think you should be good, man, to traveling to Medellin. As long as you're not a weirdo, it's like just like in the case of this guy bringing all the butt plugs and straps and all that. That's like that's the shit that's gonna catch you with. But if you're just a regular dude, just going out there having fun, your first time, then I recommend it. But the thing is, people will say Medellin is dangerous, but then go to like other dangerous cities in the world, and I'm like, yo, what's the difference? You know what I'm saying?
Mm, yeah, I think there's a lot more that goes to the stories though. For like, I mean, but the issue is that like people get denied entry in many countries. Like, and it's not just in the American thing, but I just think Americans are so spoiled to be going inside places, and like, there's a lot of guys that are doing like some fucked up shit over there in that country. They're kind of like clamping down on it, so I don't blame them, dude. It's well known, and that's what the mayor ran on. That he said he was gonna crack down on that shit, and the Colombians really don't want that shit in their fucking city, and I don't blame them. Even though it's the local men that are doing it, and it's always gonna be the local men. They're kind of just like, I
Yo,
guess
what
they're
is the
giving the
single
local men a
motherhood
pass,
of
whatever.
Colombia? I heard it was like 80% of women are single mothers.
Yeah, bro, it's a lot of
It's
fucking
crazy,
single
bro.
mothers, bro. But that's a lot all over Latin America. For you see it in Brazil as well, and Mexico, Cuba, DR, and shit. Fool. It's not just a Colombian thing, bro.
it's like
Salute
that
to
in
Rob,
Mexico
dude.
too?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on, Rob?
Hey, what's going on, Rod? Man, I was in Cali a few months ago, man. I really enjoyed Cali. But the thing is, Rod, when I was in Cali, bro, I barely walked in the streets. So what I was doing is I was taking Ubers from point A to B. So where I needed to go, I was taking an Uber. I would come back, even if it's 300 feet away. I was taking the Ubers. You see what I'm saying? I barely walked outside during the daytime and the nighttime. So it's like I was going from point A, B, C. That's it. Ubers, the driver, barely walked, and I had a good time out there. Cali is definitely a
Yeah.
hidden gem. I barely saw any like tourists out there. Barely saw any tourists out there compared to like the Medellins and the Cartagenas.
Yeah, I mean the tourists are like in the areas for salsa, So you'll find them in the areas where they have salsa schools. But those are like the backpack tourists, the younger, I would say between the ages of 21 maybe to like 28. You know what I mean? They're going there to learn salsa, that's it. Other than that, I think if you were to walk around in Cali, you would have to have a decoy phone. You can't have an iPhone. Doesn't matter if you're in a nicer part of Cali or the worst part, you're gonna get robbed. Cali is really dangerous. You could feel the energy. I got robbed at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on a Friday, walking up a hill in Stratus Five in Cali, and I made a mistake. I was on the phone, and this is when I had, if you guys remember the iPhone, I think 9, when they had the cable attached to it, so you could see the cable on the phone. It was attached to my belt. I had a clip, and they seen it, and they turned that corner, 4 motorcycles, and it was a week before Christmas, which they tell you right around Christmas time you got to be careful because they have to buy gifts. These criminals got to buy gifts for their family members, so they start ramping up robbing people any way possible. Medellin right now, and I hate to say this, and I don't want to brand Medellin. Medellin right now is very dangerous because you're coming around the Christmas time.
Christmas time, yeah.
Yeah, so now you have these groups. They're the college. Listen, man, these college students, even if they come from like a middle class background, they work together to try to bait foreigners to rob them. You know what I mean? So I mean, I hate to put the fear. I don't even want to put the fear out there, dude. I'm not trying to scare people. It's just you got to be on your toes depending on where you're at. I'm in Barranquilla. I've been here for 6 months. Yeah, I've been here for 6 months.
So I want to ask your opinion. Why do you think that those guys turned around? They got turned around because they had the money in their 7,000 on them and shit, or what? And one of the guys had tattoos on his face.
Which one? Could you refresh?
Yeah, there's a group of guys that got kicked out like 2 weeks ago. It was like a group of dudes, but I know one of them had like tattoos on his face, and he had like 7,000 US in his pocket.
You know what I've seen, and I don't know if this is accurate. These guys are showing up with boxes of condoms. Like, who the fuck does that? Like a box of 50 condoms?
I do. Yeah. I went this year with 2 boxes and shit. I don't give a fuck. Like I said, they don't let me inside the country.
Which city did you go to?
Medellin.
Wow, I can't believe they let you through.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, it's not that they got a problem with you having condoms. It's just a box of 50. They're thinking you're going to have a fuckathon or something, you know?
Yeah. No, I had a fucking Fashion Nova with me, too. But you know what? I came through Medellin the first time, but this year I want to be going through Bogota because they don't have a direct flight from Brazil. So, I don't know. I think Bogota is just a lot more smoother. When I've gone through Bogota, the line's like 15 minutes, 20 minutes max. Medellin's line's like 2 hours long. I was in line this year for almost 2.5 hours, bro. Just
Cartagena as well, right?
I don't know about Cartagena. I never flown in through Cartagena.
Yeah, but Barranquilla is really good. But Barranquilla is not a city a lot of tourists come to. Like, you got to have a reason to come here. You know what I mean? So, if you know, like, say you got a girlfriend or whatever. But I would say, to be honest with you, I would say you go to Medellin or you go to Cartagena or these places that have a lot of tourists, the women are going to be more exposed to foreigners. So they have a different mindset. Go to the other cities, you're still going to get played. They see you as a walking ATM. That's what they see you as, man. And their game is on a level that's incomprehensible, dude. They run game like you wouldn't believe.
Yo, I got to shout out to the panel. I got a couple questions. As I was doing my first run to Colombia here in a couple months, and I'm planning on doing exactly what you're talking about, the places, Medellin and Cartagena. And I was wanting a few pointers. It being my first time, and I'm only staying for like 10 days. And my plan was to go to Medellin for about 4 days and then shoot to Cartagena. Do you think it's, like you said, it's kind of hot right now in Medellin? Is it would I have a better experience?
You gotta have somebody on the ground that lives in that city. If you're gonna hang out with foreigners, you better trust that they got your back. Because as soon as they turn, because what's gonna happen is, let's say you go to a bar, you hang out with a guy you just met. Problem is, if he drinks too much or he's not your buddy, he doesn't have your back, he's gonna slip. You're gonna slip as well. But if you got somebody that's local, he knows exactly how to navigate everything on the ground. You know what I mean? Like, you go to Cali, like, I think, who was it? I think Buck said it. Buck's like, yeah, I took an Uber everywhere. Well, where the hell did he learn that from? You don't want to be walking unless you got one of these cheap phones and you only have like 100,000, 200,000 pesos in your pocket. And if you get robbed, you just hand it over. So it's you could walk. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
So I guess I should basically just hit Cartagena for the trip and then just get the feel of everything. And then once I get the feel and everything on my second round, maybe hit Medellin.
Yeah, that sounds better. Cartagena will be a lot more smoother, bro. Yeah.
My man, appreciate it.
You're gonna be targeted in Medellin more than Cartagena because the I hate to say this, but the Paisas are on a different level when it comes to running game.
Right. Okay.
Don't get me wrong, it's the same in Cartagena, but they're just the levels are higher.
Right. Okay. The instinct is just there. Okay.
Yeah. They know how to run game. They talk to you real sweet, and then they all of a sudden you turn your back. Cartagena's the same. The only difference is It's just a mixed city. You go to Medellin,
Right.
it's purely one culture. You go to Cartagena, it's
Right.
mixed. Got the
Right. So
whole.
Medellin is like the definition of pros.
Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
let
You
me ask you this. So I got two last questions. One, would you say when I do book in Cartagena, is it better to try to stay in the wall for my first time, or should I do the both the Grande by the beach and all that?
you could do them both. To be honest with you, I
Okay.
just think you have to use a lot of common sense. You want to just stay. You want to try to stay with a lot of. If there's foreigners there, it's okay. Just stay with a lot of people. Don't try to
Right.
be
Well,
alone.
I'm going with my partner. So me and him, I got his back, he got mine, and we just really we ain't going to the wild out. We just want to get the feel of everything. So on the second trip, that's when you kind of got a better feel. And my last question is on the Brazil thing. Brazil is the mecca, but I hear a lot of brothers say it's kind of pricey. But I heard y'all talk about like where to stay and like it need to update it and all that. Same thing. I'm after I leave Cartagena, I'm gonna go to Brazil for like 10 days. What would you say? Go ahead and just stay in Rio and keep it like that and get that feel, and
Yeah, I say
then
stay
try
in
to.
real, bro. You'll meet people. Are you gonna be going during Carnival or are you gonna be going after?
Okay, now what's that in February, right? Or
Yeah, I think it's like the first week of Feb.
I'm going. Nah, I'm going. After it'll be after.
Oh,
It'll be
no.
after. Yeah.
Yeah, try to get a place by the beach in Copacabana. Like look for apartments like at least 2 months out, fool, because it gives you enough time to get like a decent place. The infrastructure is not that good, unfortunately, so don't expect like a high end place.
Right.
But
Right.
you
Right.
should be able to find something decent if you look out like 3 months out, 2 months out, give you like enough time to like.
Right. Right. Get
But
everything together.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, like for example, like the weekends, everybody goes to Lapa neighborhood Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday as well. And then
Okay.
Monday, people go to a place called Pedro del Sal on Mondays, and it's like really good. They have like live samba bands, but it gets like packed. They have food, drinks. So yeah, but I'll be very careful with your cell phone, dude. Get like a fanny pack and put it underneath your shirt, bro, because they
Yeah,
do.
that's what I. Yeah, that's what I had when I was in DR and all that. I had the little thing under my shorts and everything.
Yeah.
So okay. So just basically play it. Keep my head on the swivel like
You don't have to
normal.
carry your debit card anyways. Everything's cheap and real. Like a caparina's like $2, bro. So you could just get like three or you're drunk for the whole night. I never carry more than like 100 reals anyways. That covers like the whole night. That covers your drinks and your food, bro. So
Okay. What'd you say that place was? The that they go on Fridays and Saturdays.
On Mondays Pedro de Sal. On the weekends it's Lapa.
Lapa.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
Lapa. Yeah, Lapa and shit.
Yeah, I think I heard that. Okay. Okay. But other than that, it's just not, just normal. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I get it. Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate it. I'm gonna keep listening, man.
All right, thanks, bro. Stop.
Yeah, no problem.
So yeah, I think if they would have checked my bags when I came in this year, they would have probably said, "What the fuck is this?" Oh,
Yeah.
I had like two fucking boxes of 36 condoms. I was coming with my friend, and I had like some Fashion Nova, and I brought some lingerie and shit. But I was like, whatever, dude. Like, I think they're not really like going through people's shit. Like everybody that goes through that airport, they make you go through the machine anyways. Like when you get your bag, they check your bags twice. I think they you
You know
make you.
what's strange? I think it depends on the city because I know an Asian guy from the Midwest who traveled. He was telling me, really weird guy. He was telling me, "Oh, I got my girlfriend all these toys." I'm like, "They don't give you a hard time when you get to Cali?" He's like, "No, no, they don't say anything." So it's weird because Medellin, you'll get problems. Some of these other places, you'll still get problems, but less likely than you
But
will
there's
in
no
Medellin.
reason to buy toys because in every other block in Medellin, there's a sex shop. Like literally,
Yeah,
like where I
they
was living
probably do
at,
that
like
because they
not
get it
lying,
cheap.
bro. There's like three sex shops in one block. No lies, bro. Where I was at my apartment, I was like, damn, dude, like
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
but you
reason.
know what? They probably do that because they get it cheaper in the U.S. than they do out here.
Nah, I don't know, bro. But yeah, but that was just some weird shit. Like, you're really gonna use that many toys, man? Like, when I saw that guy, that had the picture of the dude with the toys, I was like, man, he had a bunch, bro. Like, and shit. But I want to be coming in through Bogota though, because like I said, Brazil doesn't have no direct flights, and to be honest with you, I really don't give a damn. If they don't let me inside, just go right back to Brazil. I have no issue, bro.
Yeah.
And shit,
You,
dude.
you,
So.
you know, I'm going to tell you something. Like, because I've been dating this Colombian girl for 6 months. let me tell you, man. It's I don't even know where to start. This every ism has hit this place like you wouldn't believe. These women have become so, I don't want to use the word independent, but they work. So they act like they don't need a man. You see what I'm saying? So it's crazy because they're looking for they're opportunistic. And I'm not referring to my girlfriend. I'm just saying in general. You start to realize in time who you're dealing with. I always say, give yourself 6 months to a year. If you have any bit of common sense, you'll know if she's a good girl.
Hmm.
If you're looking for a woman out in Colombia, 6 months to a year, you'll get an idea.
Hmm.
If you don't figure it out by then, that's if you live in the country. If you live outside the country, you're not going to figure it out. I got an Asian guy for 4 years. He's still trying to figure it out.
But I want to say something to my subs, man, because like y'all have donated to my channel, and I was able to get some glasses. Well, even though like it didn't pay for the whole thing, I got like the Meta glasses. They came out to like 400, but I got like $120, so I paid for like 25%. And I just want to say thank you guys. Really appreciate it, man. I'm gonna be vlogging a lot with these, and I'm gonna feel a lot safer because I don't feel comfortable walking around with a $600 camera on my hand in Brazil or Colombia. So yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh man, so yeah, I don't have to worry about fucking people being like, "Oh, look at that gringo with that camera and shit," man. Fuck that. Especially in Brazil, bro. Hell no. I actually feel more like on edge when I'm in Brazil with a camera, bro. Like that's why I've only done it camera shit like a few times in Brazil, bro.
Yeah.
Less than Colombia, dog. Especially fucking at night, bro. Fuck that. You know what? Like, did you see what happened in Rio like a month ago? They killed all those people and shit in the favelas.
Wow. Yeah, I've seen that.
You don't know the airport securities monitor your social media while you're live on there and all like, fuck it. Like I said, they can monitor me all they want for. I don't give a fuck, bro. And shit, there's 180 countries, bro. I'm not gonna cry. They can't let me inside Colombia. Fool. I have way more friendships in Brazil, anyways, and more better acquaintances, bro. So if they don't want to let me inside, it's their country. I'm not gonna trip because as a Mexican, I know like what they go through. Like actually, when I took the direct flight from Medellin to Cancun, it was damn near empty. The plane. They had only like 30 people in the plane, and then I did my research. And what's going on is that Mexico is like sending a lot of them back. Like 1 out of 10 Colombians is getting sent back. And I met Colombians that haven't been let through in Mexico. So it's like, whatever, dog. Like, I guess in a way, it'll be like them paying me back for all the shit that Mexico is giving them. Salute, Ulysses. Thank you for the $5, bro. Yeah, like I said, thanks to everybody that donated to the channel and like, it helped me get those glasses. Well, it only paid for 25% of it, but still, man, like it's better than nothing and shit.
Yeah.
But I'll be able to vlog a lot more safer with those glasses. I feel like I'll get like more like an authentic like atmosphere in any country that I go to. So
I'm thinking of I already created a YouTube channel, but I'm going to take it on a different path. I might create these documentary kind of films. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I want to focus like on interviews again. Like I haven't done interviews in 3 years, and I was telling people that's why I haven't been doing lives because like when I started doing lives again, I'm going to be doing it with my friends in Colombia. I wrote down like a list of all the subjects like that I'm going to be doing. I have a lot of shit planned. So when I go to Brazil, I would do maybe like 1 or 2 interviews there and shit, dude. But I like the girls more in Brazil, so I'm not really going to be putting them on camera. Sorry, guys. But a few girls that are like down, like if I could meet a girl that's down, do maybe like a live or 2, I'll definitely do them. But remember, like Brazil has a different time frame. So like if I do a live over there at 8 o'clock, it'll be maybe like 12 o'clock in the States. That's the big. That's a fucking headache right there for me, bro. Right, but I know for sure in Colombia I'll get a few girls. They already said yes. I know Vanessa says she's down. Alejandra, Juliana. I have like a few girls that said yes, guys. So they'll bring their friends. They're really good looking women. So my thing is that I can't tell y'all like 3 days in advance because Rob will tell you himself like those girls flake a lot. So I don't want to be looking like an asshole and tell you, oh, look, I'm going to get this girl in 4 days, guys, like tune in and she doesn't show up, So that's how Colombian women are. They'll tell you, they'll come until the last 2 hours and they'll just cancel. Or they wouldn't even fucking text you until the next day. Oh, que pena. Like some dumb shit. So if I do the lives with these girls, it's going to be maybe like a 1 hour notice, man. Like when they're in the Uber and that's the best I could do, guys. I'm sorry, man. I wish I could be like more punctual about it, but it's not on me, right? Let me see.
Yeah,
Americans,
I think if these girls you got to realize about these women depends on the women. If it's a normal woman you come across, if she works, she gets off of work, if she goes to the gym, you think she's gonna come hang out with you, go have a drink? She's probably tired. You know, you start to realize this when you start dating some of these women. They work all day, get off at 6 o'clock, they want to go to the gym for themselves, and then after the gym they want to go home and make something to eat. A lot of these guys think, "Oh, I'm going to come and hang out with her." If you're lucky, maybe you'll hang out with her on the weekend, and then not only that, depends on what you're bringing to the table. So a lot of them are. I hate to tell you this, but a lot of them are opportunistic. A
yeah.
guy even told me that here in Barranquilla. He told me something, which I'm not going to say it on air, but he
Mm.
told me something crazy. He's like, "Listen, it's either this or that." And I'm like, "Fucking shit, he's right." But what are your options?
Mm.
So I think, like what you were saying, which I think it's going to be hard for you to get the women there, but North African women are very good looking, probably as
Mm.
good looking as some of these Colombians. But the problem is you can't marry them. You know
Mm.
what I mean? Even if you convert or become whatever, you still got to go through the family, which is very difficult. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've been told. The girls have told me themselves, bro. Unless you get like the Christian ones, there's a Christian community like in all these countries. Like Algeria
Yeah.
has Morocco, Syria. Well, the largest Christian community in the Middle East is in Lebanon. Like I think half the population is Christian, bro.
Yeah, but I think if you were to, unfortunately, if you're trying to marry one of them, even if they're Christian, you still got to go through the family. But here's
Mm.
the problem: they're still opportunistic because Lebanon's going through an actual economic difficulty. So
Mm.
it's not like if you're gonna try to get married.
I think the best place right now, if you really want to get married, is Ukraine. All their men are dead. Where are they gonna go
Yeah,
to?
and
I was
Russia
looking at
as
right now.
well.
They have like 1.8 million casualties, bro. That's more motherfuckers that live in over here where I'm at in Texas. Like what?
Right,
I know it was like
Russia's the same
500,000
way.
a year ago, and I went up to 1.8.
Yeah,
And I saw like who was it? That actor, that famous actor that adopts all those kids from Africa. The girl, Angeline Jolin, bro, and she was there in Ukraine like recently with her driver. He's a Ukrainian, and they're like harassing the driver, like, "How come you haven't volunteered for the front?" I'm like, "What the fuck?" And I think the only reason why they did it, like because they're kidnapping people. I don't know, y'all seen the videos? They literally grab people from the streets in Ukraine and they take you to the fucking front lines, man. And so I was
yes,
just like, I think the only reason why they didn't do nothing to this girl's driver was because she's a celebrity and she could make some noise and shit, right? But like they just like, but you could see in the video them harassing them, like, how come you haven't volunteered? Like, what the fuck? Like this war in Ukraine is over, bro, completely over. The Russians are pushing through the front lines at an amazing speed, bro. Like, I think now the Russians have decided that they don't want to deal with American politics no more, or Trump. And I think now they decided that they're gonna have to go to Kiev and get rid of this government, Zelensky. So I think
yeah.
they're
You
gonna
know,
take the capital and shit, bro.
do you know Zelensky's background? He used to be a comedian
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine being your life's in
in the
you're an
hands of a
infantry
comedian.
guy. You're an
Yeah,
infantry guy. You're in the front lines, and your life is in the hands of fucking comedian, bro. Huh?
yeah. You know, and I hate to point this out because we're in Colombia, but it's no different than the president of Venezuela. He used to be a bus driver.
Yeah.
So you got these people that are running a country when they can't even run a damn business. Like
Mm.
one's a bus driver, the other guy's a comedian. These are people you put your trust in. And I'm not trying to say I'm not going to badmouth Trump. I don't even want to take it down that path because I really don't. But you got Venezuela, the guy's a bus driver, and this guy's
Yeah,
a
but I
comedian.
don't know. Did you just hear about what happened today? Like breaking news, the emails came out and shit. Like Einstein was saying that he knows. Like I think the emails were like written in 2011, 2012, and they're accusing him of like knowing what was going on in an island and shit. Like he kind of kept it hush hush. It's all over the newspapers today and shit. I saw it. I was like, damn, they released the fucking emails and shit, dude.
Really?
Yeah, it's not a. It's a bad look, bro. It's a bad look for Trump, dog. But whatever, dude.
Yeah, that's but on a different topic, when it comes to Trump, you see what he's doing, like the chaos it's caused with Venezuela and in the area,
Yeah, bro.
including
I
with
just think.
the petro regime as well. Like it's tensions are really high.
Mm.
I signed up. This is something I would recommend for a lot of people to do. You can sign up to get these notifications from the embassy. So why would you like? They sent me one for Cartagena. There's like a big protest there, in Cartagena. They sent me another one. So they send you these notifications. You know what? Even if it's a little bit over the hill when they try to push this agenda of trying to be, fear or whatever,
Yeah.
you still want to get it anyway, just in case, because you know, I could blend in, for example, when I go to the gym, but as soon as they hear me speaking English, it's like, what the hell? They start to talk to you a different way.
Mm.
But I've learned I learned how to operate like a Colombian. As soon as this guy, you get bad service, you go talk to the manager. They'll shut that down quick. They will because if you go, like, here's the problem that foreigners have. Say, for example, you go in, these guys, they look at foreigners. I hate to say this. They have this insecurity complex. They don't feel good about themselves when they see a foreigner because they automatically have certain assumptions about foreigners based on what they've seen in Hollywood movies or what they were told by friends and family. So then what they do is they give you bad service or treat you a certain way. And then if they hear you speak in English, I'm telling you, it's like they look at you like you're dumb or you're not intelligent or you're weak. So what you do is, I hate to say you pull a Karen move, which you're really not. You go to the manager and say, hey, look, you need to check this person that's working there. This is what type of service.
Well, I thank God I have a Mexican accent, so most people think I'm from Mexico anyway. So I just like play it off and shit. Dude. But like me personally, I think like the politics is gonna they're gonna take it out on foreigners, man, because they revoked
100%.
Petro's fucking visa just because he went protesting with the Palestinians.
Well, not only that, but they give Colombia $800 million in aid every year.
Yeah, they took the aid away too. But I mean, what the fuck are we giving them money for, bro? Like, they're not even winning the war on drugs, bro. Like, you see people doing Tootsie. Like, Tootsie right now is a fucking epidemic because I never used to see people do drugs in Colombia until like the last 2 years, bro. I never saw any Colombian do cocaine. I'm not lying, bro. Never, not once in like 4 or 5 years that I was going over there. Now, everywhere I go, I see people doing Tootsie, that pink shit, everywhere, man. I see it in the fucking barrios, I see it in the clubs and the swinger clubs.
What is it anyway? Is it a mixture of cocaine?
It's like cocaine with fucking
household
like
stuff,
amphetamines and fucking ecstasy or some shit like that. You don't even know what's in it. It's mixed with a lot of shit, bro.
Right. It's cheap. It's cheap and it's plentiful. Like, it's really cheap. It's cheaper than cocaine.
Yeah, but you're seeing a lot of people doing it, a lot of locals. Like, that's why I said there's an epidemic, guys, because when you're seeing people that you never used to see years and years and years, like, not do drugs, and all of a sudden you're seeing them, and in public, I'm telling you guys, they're not hiding it. They don't go inside the restroom. They're doing it in front of your face. Like, you're inside a bar, you see guys with the little pink bag. Fucking restaurants, you see a guy with a pink bag. Down the street, you see a guy with a pink. Like, everywhere I've gone. And Medellin, the last 2 years, like almost every other night, I see people with Tootsie, bro. It's like an epidemic because there's way too many people doing it. It's not just a few people doing it to get high, bro. It's like all the girls, like, you'd be surprised, dude. Like, you'd be surprised how many women, especially from the barrios, are doing it, man. Like, when I went to like a barrio party 2 years ago, like, everybody was doing it. And I'm like, damn, these motherfuckers, dude. Like, so it's like they don't do cocaine over there, but they do Tootsie, bro. They're like obsessed with that shit, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's inexpensive and it gets you. Look. It's crazy. I'll tell you, inflation. Foreigners don't feel it, and it's a blessing because their currency goes a long way. But the average person, like, I was looking at wages my girlfriend sent me. She goes, "Look, you go to school for 5 years. Schooling's pretty expensive. It's for them. It's like 15 grand to get like a 5-year degree." A professional degree. That's a lot of money for them. 15 grand is a lot of money for even foreigners. After the 5-year program, they go get a job making $2,200,000 a month. What does that come out to, dude? How long is it going to take you to earn your return on investment for that schooling you paid 15 grand for, excluding your costs to live, like your basic necessities? So you average that out. How long is it going to take to pay 15 grand? You'll make your money back working a professional job at 2.2 million, which is $600 a month. It's going to take you, what, let's say 3 years. And that's if you have somebody else paying off your living expenses. The return on investment's not good is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but even like you're correct about what you're saying. But the thing is, my issue with some of the women that I know in the barrios is that when they get money, instead of investing in themselves, like, what do? They go buy a brand new fucking iPhone. And I'm not talking about an iPhone 10. Talk about like the iPhone 17, like a $1,500 phone. Like you'll be surprised, man. They have a new phone. They have the damn watch with it, another $300. Like you're like, and the
Right.
same girls will be like, oh, I don't got no money. And like, bro, but you spend your money on dumb shit. Like that phone right there, they could have moved out of the barrio and they could have paid their month's rent and Stratus 3 Belen for like, what is it like? I think the apartment there is like $300 for them a month, right? 250 or
Right.
$300,
Right.
right? So they could have paid like their months ahead by at least like 5 months. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, like 5 months.
You know, when I didn't speak Spanish, I'll tell you something funny. This is the mentality of some people you come across. I had a translator and a guide in Cali. This is back in like 2012 or 13. So this guy, I'm hanging out with this guy, and then I paid him. I was paying him like 15,000 pesos an hour. Comes out to like $4 or $5 an hour. So I paid him for 4 or 5 hours worth of work. I gave him the money. I said, hey, what do you do with your money? He goes, well, right now I'm going to go enjoy 30,000 peso plate of fruit salad. I was like, are you crazy?
Bro, that's the way they are, bro. That's why I don't take it for face value when they told me like oh, some of them are really struggling for real, but you'd be surprised, guys. Like, oh, I know one girl, she has her own business, bro, and she even told me herself. I actually want to have an interview with her, bro, but I think the first interview I want to do about safety, but then I want to have her on the live as well. So it's like I known her for like 5 years, but she has like a clothing store, and she told me herself that sometimes she gets clothes and she doesn't sell them because she likes it for herself. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, but you're a businesswoman, fool. This is your business, fool. Like, this is your livelihood, fool. You work your ass off for like, what the fuck? Like, oh my god. but that's just the mindset, guys. Like, she tells me, like, oh, I like the lingerie, so I keep it myself. I'm like,
Listen,
oh my
yeah, no,
god.
that's crazy.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna tell you something that I'll now share this with you. You know, this girlfriend I got now. I'll be honest with you. Long term, I don't know if I'll be with this woman long term, dude. I honestly don't know because in the beginning, it's just that honeymoon phase. They show you good face in the beginning. In time, you get to know them. You're like, oh my god, let me just be single, dude. You start to realize, let me be single because these guys coming through thinking they're going to find a wife, they're out of their mind. They're out of their mind. Now, here's the thing. I'll give you an example. That Asian guy I told you about from the Midwest. I told him, I said, look, man, if you're spending money on this woman, you don't see her but 3-4 times a year. That's not your girlfriend, man. Like you might think she's texting
Just
you.
your turn, bro. It's just your
It's just
turn,
your
man.
turn,
Yeah,
right, right.
yeah, yeah.
So he's asking me. He goes, hey, I want you to help me win. I said, dude, help yourself win. The hell are you talking about? I'm going to help you win. I told him, I said, look, dude, you want to win? Go live there for 60 days. I guarantee you'll get your answer. You start to realize she's not going to hang out or this excuse or that excuse. I'll tell you something, and I was starting to dawn on me, man. I'm like, you're not going to find a wife here. It's like it's very difficult because it's everyone's opportunistic. Even the
Yeah.
one that you find one that's older, she's got a stable job. She just doesn't want to be alone. She's over, like they use this term. She's over that age where she's not in her prime anymore, so she might be a little bit more flexible and settling down. You
So
find
let
that,
me ask you something, Rob. I want to ask you something. Not trying to cut you off. If you
yeah.
think there's a war breaks out with Venezuela tomorrow and they do put boots on the ground, do you think that we're gonna get an influx of Venezuelan migrants? Like a lot of them that are just gonna say "fuck it" and just go to the U.S. because there's nothing to do here, or do you think they'll go back?
No, I don't think they're gonna like. If you look at the numbers of people that are coming across the border, it's declined dramatically because number one, people are no longer going to work anymore. Like all the illegal immigrants are hiding out from ICE.
Yeah, they are, bro. Yeah.
So I was talking to a buddy of mine in the construction industry. He told me, man, right now we're busy because the illegals are hiding. So I'm like, okay. So they're scared to go to work, number one. The other thing is they're not going to come over the border unless they're super desperate where they don't care if they get caught. Problem is, so there's a couple of different issues. And not only that, the cost of living in the U.S. is high.
Yeah.
You look at any major city, housing's high. There's not, you go down the list, the cost of living is high.
Yeah, it is high, bro.
You know what I mean? And truth be told, if you said to me, where's the ideal place? I would probably say, as much as Mexico's got problems, it's close proximity to the U.S., I would go, like, depending on what industry you're in, Mexico could be a good place. place, right? They're doing a lot of manufacturing, on and on and on. It depends on what your goals are, right? Because I'm involved slightly in manufacturing. So really, depending on what your goals are, certain places are good. Colombia, it's okay. You just got to have a job in the U.S. or some Western country. You'll be fine. You earn your living there, and then you live. Then you're okay. Because I read recently, and I've known this for some time. There's 9 million Americans that live outside the U.S. Was a little bit
I know Mexico has about 1 million
right.
expats.
Well, it comes out to about 2.5% of the
Mexico has the
population.
most, I think. I believe. Yeah,
Yeah,
Mexico has
two and
the
a
most.
half, give or take 2.5+%. But there's a huge. If you watch these videos on YouTube, there's people talking about leaving. The number one destination for them would be like Spain or Portugal. Spain or Portugal for a few reasons. Number one, less crime. Number two, cost of living. Uh, Number three, I mean, you go down the list, quality of life.
Mm.
Now, when you start to compare that to Latin America, a lot more crime, dude. You start looking at the crime, it's really unsafe. If you look at the data, it's unsafe. So you really have to move a certain way. You really have to. Like, I think Buck, was Buck still on the panel?
Yeah, but he's asleep, I think.
Oh, is he asleep? If you would have asked Buck, he was taking an Uber everywhere, which I think is smart.
Yeah.
But
I
at the
never
same
walked anywhere in Cali, bro. Hell, even in Medellin. Like, I walked some places in Medellin, but like it's like 33 during the day where there's like a lot of people. But like, yeah, I don't walk around at night. I'm good, bro. Like,
yeah, it's crazy, man. But listen, the economy. People don't realize this. The economy right now, it's fragile in Colombia.
yeah, bro. Yeah,
So
for sure.
even if, like I was telling, my girlfriend wants to go to school to study psychology. She's asking my opinions because she wants my help, right? So I told her, I said, look, you got to work backward. So go find out what jobs are available today, and then start to evaluate what's going to be available based on what economists are saying 5 years from now.
I
You don't
think
go to
AI would be something good to get into.
which one?
AI.
Oh, 100%. Problem with women, they don't want to get into AI. They're interested in like, hey, psychology. I want to save the world, or some other shit, So like these women here. So I told her, I said, look, pull up the jobs that are available now. 2.2 million, 1.5 per month, or on and on and on. If you look at the salaries, you're like, oh my gosh, you just spent $15,000 to $25,000 on schooling. How long is that going to take for you to get that money back? Especially at this salary. You know what I mean?
Oh man, bro.
Crazy, bro. So I'm thinking, I know in the U.S. the highest paid salaries in the U.S. right now. Okay, you go into IT, that's one field. Sales is the second highest. I think number one would be doctors. Number two, sales, and I don't mind you go down the list, technology's in there as well. So knowing that, then you start that. Why do you think, for example, in technology, they're importing all these people from India, giving them H1, B1, whatever visas? They increased the salary for the visas to $100,000. I wonder why. I'm sorry, not the salary. They increased the application to get H1B1 visa in the U.S. You pay $100,000 for that now, so it's crazy. I think they did that to cap off the amount of people coming in from South Asia, India, and these places to take these tech jobs from Americans. Sad, because you can go train Americans to do them jobs.
But there's a lot of companies right now having huge layoffs. I think UPS is letting a lot of people go. Amazon, Nestle, like a bunch of companies, and it's all because of AI, because they're just replacing people. I know Starbucks right now, they're looking at robotics with AI, and so pretty soon, like, they're not even gonna have servers, bro. And that's gonna be, and I know Starbucks is gonna do this because they've been having a lot of problems with the trade unions, bro. The unions, like every other 6 months, they're going on strikes. So Starbucks right now is just saying, like, you know what, fuck these guys. Like, we're gonna invest into this AI robotics, and we don't have to deal with these assholes no more. Like, goodbye. I don't have to pay $20 an hour and shit, bro. So it's just.
Well, no, you know what Starbucks did is they raised the cost for their coffee. Number one. Number two, they're focused more on takeout. And what's happened is they changed their model. It's kind of interesting. They changed their model to takeout because of the actual pandemic. So they did that. That's a mistake. And now they're trying to take away the sit down experience, where the actual in-store experience. They're trying to take that away, and they're charging a lot more for their coffee. I came across a famous guy that has a coffee. He's famous. He's a famous Colombian singer. I met his manager, and they asked, because I'm in IT, they asked my opinion on certain things around AI and stuff like that. Anyway, so I met these guys, and they're promoting their coffee. I said, listen, no disrespect, dude. How are you selling your coffee? He goes, online. I go, well, good luck, because people, you're going to have to really do something different. People are buying the name brand coffee. You guys, unless you plan on educating people on your brand, good luck on that. Because I talked to the manager, and his singer slapped a coffee label on his name on a coffee label and his own brand. Good luck on that, man. Because you're trying to go from singing to tapping into coffee. So I gave the manager an idea. I told him, look, dude, why don't you have him provide something around singing with coffee? Like, I gave him some different ideas. But, it's funny because when I gave him the idea, because I'm in branding as well, right? I'm in IT, but also I went to school for branding. Long story short, he thinks he's going to steal the idea. Dude, it takes a team and it takes a lot of money to implement this stuff. So even if I give you an idea, or somebody gives you an idea, you have to have deep pockets and you have to have a team supporting you around it. It takes time and resources. So these guys, they don't realize that. They got this mindset, oh, I got this, I'm going to run with it. Well, good luck on that. It's just...
Nah, bro. Fucking it just no.
Yeah.
Things are gonna be changing in America because of AI. There's gonna be a lot of job losses, man. Like a lot. Like fucking telemarketers are gonna be gone. Receptionists are gonna be gone. Like it's just a lot of people gonna be losing jobs.
Yeah,
man.
yeah, dude. Listen, I know that. I seen that coming a long time ago. They're predicting by 2030. So you either let me tell you something I learned when I was in my probably at 19, 20, in my early 20s. My buddy met Pavarotti, the opera singer.
Yeah.
And he asked him, and I was with him. He goes, hey, man, can you give some young people some advice? He says, Pavarotti, the opera singer, the fat opera singer, he passed away. He goes, listen, I'm going to give you some advice, young guys. He goes, live local, think global. I never forgot that when he made that statement. Like, I'll never forget that. So what does he mean by that? Okay, I'll give you an example. Let's say you're in the United States or Canada or any Western country, and you want to go get a hair transplant, for example. This is a kind of crazy example, but I'll give it to you anyway. In the U.S., the average hair transplant's anywhere from, I would say on the low end, 14 grand, on the high end, 25 grand. That same hair transplant in Turkey, you can get that on the low end, $1,500, which is really risky. But a quality hair transplant, on average, 3 grand to about 7. Like that's the window, right? So if you were to look at that cost and compare that to the U.S., really, you'll save 50%. You just book a round trip ticket to Turkey to find the right doctor.
You know what? I think AI is gonna affect more Latin America than anything, bro. Because over here we have like at least you could get food stamps and shit like that. But I think like places like Dominican Republic, Colombia, Mexico, Costa Rica, they're gonna be really fucked.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
really
yeah. You're 100%. Well, you know what it is? The elitists in these countries control the economy.
They don't give a shit. You think the ones in America are bad, bro? Shit.
I know, dude.
The ones in Latin America don't give a shit, bro.
Dude,
bro.
You are enslaved. Like they pay you like
slave wages, bro.
Slave wages
too, but at least you have an opportunity in America to make something of yourself. Dude,
listen, they pay you slave wages, and everything's going towards living, housing, utilities, transportation, food. When you're done, my girlfriend gave me I told my girlfriend, hey, give me your budget. Let me look at your budget. I looked it over. I said, what the fuck? I mean, excuse my language. I was like, what is this? I said, if I were you, go get a place with 2 bedrooms, split your expenses. Years ago, they used to laugh at people of Latinos when they had multiple generations in a household. That's what they were known for, right? Now it's very common in the U.S. They used to laugh at them. Hey, you live 3 generations in a household. You remember that?
Yeah,
you go back to I think 10, 15, what do you say, about 15 years ago?
Hey, people ain't buying houses, bro. They're not buying houses at all and shit no more, dude. It's just like, who the fuck is just gonna... It's just property taxes, insurance and shit. Fuck that, bro. Like, how How the hell do you afford a brand new house with minimum wage, which is like $15, $17 an hour, like plus car payments, and then you have a family? Like, I
Right.
think Americans are just drowning in debt, bro.
Yeah.
Like some fools. And just like the
Well,
student
you know,
loan.
I remember years ago I read the book 4 Hour Work Week. In the book, the guy says the new American dream is earning your monies in the local currency, but living outside the country.
Hmm.
And
That
that's
is,
it.
bro. That's why I keep telling people, like, even at my job, like, it's like almost like being with zombies. Just like looking at them, nobody has a passport, nobody's been out of the state. You're just like, damn, I have nothing in common with none of these motherfuckers, bro. Like, it kind of
Everyone's
sucks.
out
I
of
only got
shape.
like 3 more months and I'm out of here, bro. But I just like feel bad for some of these guys. Like, I have another friend too that lived in Colombia for a couple of years. He's a straight dude, and
Uh,
he's working in the states too as a bartender. He's telling me like he's leaving as well, like in the next few months. Like, bro, these people are zombies. I was like, I know, dude. Like, shitty ass fucking life, bro. But he makes good money as a bartender. He makes about $300 a night sometimes on the
yeah.
weekends. And so, but he was just telling me like, I'm just racking my money to go back to Colombia. It's like, I know, dude. Like,
Listen, I got a buddy of mine who lives with his mom. Like this guy's 42 years old, but he had his own spot. He has a house in Chicago. He's got a townhouse. He started renting out the rooms. He's collecting almost like 950 per room, 4 rooms. It was 1, 2, 3, and then a big. So he's collecting about $3,600 a month.
hmm,
Covers his mortgage. He got the property back in 2016 for almost 300 grand, a little bit less than 300. So he's renting the rooms out, it's covering his. He told me he's making out like a gold mine. He said he's covering his mortgage, PITI, everything, and then he's covering his utilities. He's putting about $1,200 a month minimum to $1,500 a month in his pocket, renting rooms out. And then he went to live with his mom for free, because his father passed away.
hmm.
So he's collecting that in his pocket. And then he went to school for 4 years. I don't know what he's got a degree in. Went to school in Chicago, got a degree, 4 years. And then he's got what else? And he didn't get any type of support. I think his parent might have paid for it. Anyway, long story short, when he got a bartending certification or whatever it's called, license, and then he does that, and then he got a job in outside sales selling cemetery plots. So
Fuck
he
that,
makes
bro.
he got a 4 year degree selling
You know,
cemetery.
you could buy a house in Mexico, dude, for like 100K. I'm talking about like a brand new house.
Right.
And like something like really super nice, like in a gated community, like 150, and upper
I
class like
yeah.
350 and shit, dude.
If I was from Mexico, I mean, what I would do is I would go work, put in 20 years, live very a minimalist lifestyle. If I got a family, just do okay with my family, but do a reverse migration, get myself a spot there, a house, nice little farm, and then live in Mexico. If I knew, like, I know where I would live in Mexico. I'd go live in a place called Morelia. I would live there, or because there's a lot of nice. I mean, it's real calm, no crime. And I know people that live there. Long story short, that's what I would do: reverse migration, stable cost of
That's
living.
what I'm doing right now, dude. That's what I'm trying to. I actually got my paperwork for the Mexican citizenship today. My mom brought it from Mexico, and like I have to sign it. But I'm not in a hurry, dude. I'm gonna just turn it in. I think in Feb when I go back to Mexico. Just like that's it. Like so, it's a waiting game from there. But it's like 6 months, I think, max wait. So I have my citizenship hopefully by the summer, if not a little bit over. So man, that's just
Nice.
like that.
My
Just
mom could have got my citizenship for Panama, but you know what Panama did? You have until you're 18. So I don't know how you're able to get that in Mexico. So after 18 years old, you have to go through the same process as every other American. Can you imagine? Your mother's a citizen. You still, even after 18, you have to learn this. You got to, prior to 18, if you apply, you get it automatically. If your parents apply. So I lost that opportunity, man. What? And Panama's a good place.
Man, JBC, yeah, bro. Hopefully you get the visa. I'm hearing that like a lot of people are getting denied, bro. Like I don't know, it's like a politics shit, dude. But I just
Yeah, so JVC, I don't know if he's applying in Colombia or outside Colombia.
no, he's
So,
in Colombia right now. And shit.
well, check this out. I applied for a 3 year visa for my visa, right? They gave
Oh,
me
yours got denied, right? You told me, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it got denied. Okay, so the first time I made a mistake, I applied on my own. First time I tried to go from my city, from the Midwest, try to go through the Colombian consulate there. They said they canceled the application. I paid the fee. It's like $55. Paid it. They canceled it. They said, hey, man, you're not in the U.S. Apply in Colombia. I applied in Colombia the first time, made some mistakes. They give you 3 strikes and you're out. The third time,
Fucking hell.
yeah, third time they canceled. Dude, it cost me. I'm gonna tell you what it cost me at the end of the day. Third time they canceled it, and then the second time they approved it. But here's what they did. Normally, I get a 3-year visa. They gave me 11 months. Can you believe it? Not even a year. 11 months. And I even had to fly to Bogota, which cost me a couple $100 for like a day and a half, just to go talk to them in person. I could have done it over the phone. So I made it a little miniature vacation to Bogota for a day, and I went to the museums, scoped it out. I don't like Bogota. I mean, it's okay, but I don't like it. It's cold. There's no sunlight. It's not sunny.
People are hella rude over there too, bro.
100%. Yeah, I had a lady, literally, I don't know what it was. Maybe she's a feminist. I shouldn't be telling you that. But she came at me very aggressive. Like I'm about to leave. She starts chasing me, grabs a chain out of my hand. No, don't hold it. I wasn't even holding a damn thing for her. She just started running to get my attention. Really weird. But I had that experience. Like I was like, what the hell is that all about? But it turns out she had a shirt on that says, hey, I believe in feminism in Spanish. I'm like, come on, man, just chill out. What the hell? I'm trying to leave a restaurant. She's trying to challenge me to, leave, like handing the chain for her or whatever to leave. That's a whole different story. I don't want to get into it. But anyway, going back to what you said, the visa process, you can hire a company. They're going to charge you anywhere from $400 to $600 minimum, and then you have to pay your fees. I did it on my own. Even though it got canceled a few times, I probably saved $400. If I hired a company, I would have got it done the first time around. But I don't think they would have gave me, again, I don't know if they would have gave me 3 years, which was my goal. Because you pay, like it costs you when you start to add up all your fees with the Colombian government, it'll come about to $300 to $450 is what you pay in fees. Well, problem with that is if they give you 1 year, you just paid $450 in fees. That doesn't even include everything else. I think it's like $350 in fees. Anyway, but if you get canceled a few times, it starts to add up. So when you add it up, it costs you $800 for a 1-year visa. You're better off getting a tourist visa for $35 and extending it.
Black Circle says, how do you make mistakes on visa? I don't think it's mistakes. I just think they're just being pricks about it.
So when it comes to the visa, here's what happens. I'll tell you how you make the mistakes on the visa. So you have 90, for example, you have to provide your FBI document. They do a FBI criminal history. That's good for, let's say it takes you 4 or 5 weeks to get it. It has to be fall within a 90-day window. If you go beyond the 90-day window, it's 91 days, you have to get a new FBI criminal history document. So that document can take you 2 weeks to get on average. I don't know if they accelerate it now. I don't remember. But long story short, let's say it takes you 2 weeks to get. You still got to put the other documents together. You got to get a medical certification through a Colombian doctor. You have to provide, if you look, depends on the type of visa you're getting. In my case, I wanted a 3-year visa. I had to provide a medical check. I had to provide, you have to provide income. All of that has to be apostilled and certified. Certifications needed as well. And you have to get it translated in Spanish and have them certify. The process, I know how to do it now, but you make one mistake, then they tell you to correct it. You make another mistake, they'll tell you to correct it the third time they cancel your application.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, so I know the process. I did it myself before. I did it myself again. But here's what the Colombian government did recently. They changed it. They added a few more barriers. Number one, you have to have FBI criminal history. I didn't have to do that 3 years ago. The other thing is now you have to go to a Colombian doctor. I didn't have to do that 3 years. So they're adding all these barriers. You make a mistake, which is easy, because if one of the companies you hire puts the wrong information on the document, that's a mistake. And you got to go back and you got to hold their hands and micromanage. So it sounds like it still depends on the type of visa. If it's a digital nomad visa, it's a little bit easier, but you could still make mistakes. The type of visa I want is 3 years. So it happens. Trust me, I've done this. Probably I got 6 or 7 visas, dude. I got a student, I got a business visa, and I got this one, and I got the other one as well. Like a few different students, a few different business, and then the ones I have right now.
Oh man. But I know JVC's been there for a long time. That's good, bro. That's good that you have your kid coming on, so you're gonna have your visa there, so it should be less of a headache when
Oh,
you come.
let me tell you, speaking of visa, what the Colombian government did recently. So if you were to go through the Colombian healthcare system, it's really expensive. They take your income. Let's say you make $1,000 a month. They take your income. It's 12% of your income is what you pay in taxes to the Colombian healthcare system to get healthcare in Colombia. So it's crazy because the minimum you'll pay for one person healthcare per month about $60 a month. That's the minimum if you can state you make minimum wages, right? Which is like $800 a month, right? That's the minimum you pay for healthcare. But if you're making $5,000 a month and you go apply for a certain visa, it depends on the type of visa, and you go into the healthcare system, the Colombia healthcare system is 12% of your wages. You're gonna pay $600 a month in taxes or for healthcare. Does that make any sense? You know what I did? I went and got myself a private international healthcare policy from an American company, and I got that with $500,000 in coverage. I did that as a backup emergency, worst case scenario. But here's the catch: you might have to come out of pocket before they reimburse you. It kind of defeats the goddamn purpose, but they still pay for it. You know what I mean? So if you look at the policy, it's you gotta confirm the direction it takes you in. Now, you know what it is, Aaron? I actually applied for like 6 different visas. I lived in Colombia for 7 years. So I got like 7 years, but I applied for like 4 or 5. How many visas? So like it's been so long. 2 of them now I got now, and I think I had 3 in the past. So probably 5 altogether. If you combine the amount of time. I've been here in Colombia 7, 8 years. But if you can go through a company, but they're gonna charge you. I'm telling you, and I went through a couple of companies. I was gonna have them do it for me. $600, dude. I said, you know what, dude? Even if I make some mistakes, it's gonna cost me $200 out of my pocket, even with the mistakes, than going to pay 600. I don't think that company. If I hired a company here in Colombia to do it for me, I don't think they'll get. I don't think Bogota would give me a 3-year visa, which is what I was shooting for. At the end of the day, what I realize is they're looking to milk you. Even if you paid, let's say, cost you. So they give you a 1-year visa instead of 3. Every year you're paying $600 for a 1-year visa. You want to know? I'm going to tell you, if you really are smart, if you say to yourself, you know what, man, I'll stay in Colombia for 6 months. That's all I want. But if you got a girlfriend here, she wants you here all year, you're gonna have a problem on your hands. But if you don't, you can stay for 6 months and then leave for 6 months. Come back for 6 months, leave for 6 months, and that's how you can do it. And it'll cost you $35 in visa fees. I'm paying six
Just
hundred
don't get
dollars.
married in Colombia or DR. You know what? Like fucking, I saw a girl on Tinder like a while ago, from Dominican Republic. I know this girl. I don't know her personally, but like I was with her friend like in when she was in Colombia with me. But I remember like she showed me, oh, this is pictures of my best friend. So I I creeped on her friend's TikTok and she had got like engaged like a month later. But I saw her like this is like the beginning of the year, but she's on Tinder still, man. And she's already getting married or married and shit, man. So stay single, guys.
That's funny.
Oh my fucking god, bro. Not only that, but she wanted me to fly her friend out. She's like, oh, do you have a friend from Lee? And my friend just saw her
Man.
and I was just like, nah, we're good, bro. My friend didn't like it.
Listen, I'll tell you the problem that exists. I'll tell you something that I do know. If you can find a woman that comes from a 2-family home and their parents had a healthy relationship, you have a higher probability of be successful. There's no guarantees, but if the parents had a healthy relationship where they knew, like, it's just a healthy relationship. I had that in Cali, but the woman, I'll be honest with you guys, scale of 1 to 10, if I had to rate her in looks, when it comes to looks, she's attractive, but I would say on a good day, maximum 7. You know what I mean? But if these guys are looking for women that are very attractive, you're gonna have some problems on your hands.
Nah,
You,
man.
you
I
know,
just looking, bro. Like me personally, you gotta be really careful, man. Like I think like there's a lot of infidelity in Latin America, and including Brazil. Like me personally, like almost every girl that I see that has a dude, if I ask them out, they always say yes. I know like was like at least two girls that have boyfriends because they post their pictures of their dudes and they're down and go out. And then one of them's, and then the other ones, who knows if they're in the talking stages to a guy or even dating a guy, but I don't know. And I'm never gonna find out, But I told guys, be really careful, man. Like
yeah,
just be careful.
femicide is a big deal here. When a
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
kills the girl and stuff like that.
Just be aware. Just have a plan B, guys. Like if you're gonna date a girl and you're gonna get like really into her, man, just be prepared to have a plan B. Like if it doesn't work out, just move to somebody else and shit. Like it's no big deal.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I actually agree.
I was gonna ask you, do you think like with everything that's going on with Petro, do you think they're gonna start making it really more difficult for Americans to get to Colombia, especially in Medellin?
Okay, so Medellin, you got to understand the Paisa mentality in Medellin. The Paisas are very tribal. It's no different than people from, like it does no different than like a person from Africa, the Middle East, or Asia, right? Very tribal. So the Paisas are like, it's like Medellin's like a country within a country. That's how you got to visualize it.
Yeah, it is for sure, 100%.
So the problem that exists now is whoever is causing chaos. Like, so you got these guys coming in, child molesters, right?
Yeah.
What if they see the same faces? And I hate to stereotype. We all do, right? Everyone does, right?
Yeah.
So if you see the same faces, guy looks like me, and they're causing chaos, when they see you, unfortunately, they're gonna brand you. They're like that stereotype kicks in. They're gonna place you all in the same category. They're gonna make it harder for you. So if you look at who's causing the chaos in Medellin, these child molesters or these guys coming in with a box of condoms ready to do whatever. So they get flagged. Like the guy had sex toys in his bag. I don't know what his ethnicity was, but he had
I don't
sex
give a
toys.
fuck. I want to be going in with like 2 boxes, so I don't give a fuck. Like I said, I have no issue if they don't let me inside the country. Like, no, I think it is like if you go in there like speaking Spanish, like my Spanish is like pretty good. Like you'll be all right, bro. But like these guys are fucked up Spanish or they don't speak Spanish. So like me, I could like hold my own. Like if they tell me something, I tell words bad. Like hey, I'll tell them in Spanish. I've been here for 6 years and like. I have condoms for like fucking. You know what? When I was watching that video of those guys getting kicked out, I don't know if that guy. There was a guy there that wasn't in their group, but I remember the cop telling the dude, "Oh, let me see a picture of your girlfriend. Let me see the messages." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" Me, I don't mind them looking at my phone, but I feel like if it goes to that level, oh, let me see messages of you and that girl. I'm gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop it right here. Just don't let me inside the country. I'm gonna get a plane ticket and send me back to Brazil, or I'll go to Mexico or whatever the fuck. But that's just me. And she.
You could
or go to Paraguay too.
Yeah, Paraguay, anywhere, bro. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn. I'll go anywhere else. Like I'm not tripping. They don't let me. I'll lose my money for the Airbnb. It sucks, but I'm not gonna die over it. So whatever. Just go back to Brazil or Mexico.
I'll tell you a funny story. I was on the bus going to Cartagena from Barranquilla, and this heavier set Colombian woman speaks English. She walks up to this guy that looks like Sonny Crockett from Miami Vice, but in his 20s, like but goofy looking, like not smooth like him at all. Just had the ponytail. She goes up to him and she says to him in Spanish, "Oh, you look beautiful." I was like, or in English, she goes, "You look beautiful." I'm like, dude, why are you lying to this guy? I was thinking, why are you lying to this guy? Just because she seen a gringo face, all of a sudden he's beautiful, for God's sake. But I was like, so they do that. I think it's more. I don't want to generalize, but I think it's like, okay, what can I get from this person? It could be a tip. It could be some money. It could be something. What can I get from you? At the end of the day, that's really what it is. Like, what can I get from you? I was telling my girlfriend, I said, look, every day's not Christmas. I told her in Spanish, I said, every day's not Christmas. You got to tone it down. Things don't work like because they think you're American. There's an automatic assumption.
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Bro, they could go to hell, bro. They could go to hell. I don't play that shit, bro.
Yeah. They think you're American. They're thinking, okay, your
That's
deal.
what I'm saying. That's why I have no issues like in Brazil. Like I've only had like 1 or 2 girls ask me for money in the 5 years that I've been going over there, bro. So like if they don't let me inside the country in Colombia, it sucks because I do want to vlog and I do want to do. But I'm gonna be coming through Bogota, so I'm not tripping. Dude, Bogota is like so many people are going in there. It's like a New York, bro. Like because you got a lot of people that have like transit that are like flying out to like other places.
Yeah, they're very organized in Bogota.
Yeah, Bogota, like as many people as they get through Bogota, like the line's never more than 20 minutes for me to get through. Like
very organized.
I didn't go this year through Bogota. I went straight to Medellin, but the last year, 2024, I went from Brazil to Bogota and Medellin, and I remember the line was like 20 minutes, I think, something like that, less than that.
I'll tell you something. I just really at a different direction. I was at the gym yesterday, and I'm working out. I'm doing a back exercise, lifting really heavy, right? So this Colombian girl, I think she was a millennial. She comes over while I'm doing the workout, which is dangerous because you're pulling, right? So heavy, a lot of weight. She takes her cell phone, she puts it on the machine. She goes, "Hola!" Like I'm just like this guy that's gonna. She had this entitlement mentality, right? So she puts her phone on the thing while I'm working out, like almost hit my arm. I got so pissed off. I finished my workout, but I let the weight slam so her phone come off the damn machine. That's what happened. Let me tell you the moral of the story. So it's weird because they actually invade your space. And you know, my girlfriend told me, which I've already known, you got to get used to it. But if you have a Western mindset, you'll lose your mind. They invade your space. So she came in while I'm working out, which is dangerous because if you're lifting, you know, you could easily tear a muscle. If you're lifting, if somebody puts their arm in there, you're trying to avoid hitting them. You when somebody's working out, stay out of their way. They don't understand, you know, space. So she just volunteered herself to get on the damn machine while I'm working out.
All right, don't bring them to the States, guys. Like, you know what? I've been watching a lot of the Riz videos. Like the guys have like the glasses that I have, but like they take the light out. Bro, every girl that gives their number out and their Instagram, where they're from, Venezuela or not Colombia. And sometimes they even say, "Oh, I'm from Medellin." I start laughing. Like, I think I've only seen 3 girls say no, thank you. And that's probably because they weren't attracted to the guy. But every girl has always given their IG or their fucking WhatsApp and shit, dude.
Yeah. Or a lot of them are based out like in Spain too.
Miami. This the guy does I think the videos in Miami, but they're bringing them to Miami. And I guess the guy goes to Walmart and he goes to Ross and the mall. But I think mostly Walmart and Ross, he pulls all these Colombian and Venezuelan girls. Like he's always getting their numbers and shit, bro. And I'm just like, damn, dude, this motherfucker, bro. Like, and they'll be telling them, no, I'm married, you know, like I've been here for like a year or like whatever. And it's just like, you know, they get the number. The guy gets the number and shit. Yeah, but I wonder how many of them are married to like overweight dudes, like slobs and shit, you know? I always ask myself that too as well. That's another thing too. Like, I don't think not all of them are getting married to attractive guys, so they're just coming over here for the paperwork.
Yeah. My buddy lost his girl to a heavier set Puerto Rican dude from Philadelphia.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, she would. Let me tell you what it was. She was about 32, 33, and she was desperate. She was working 12-hour days, 6 days a week, making minimum wage. So she figured, let me marry an American. and then so she went and got herself like this fat, autistic looking Puerto Rican dude. And my buddy he broke up with her. And then he came back to her later. She goes, she tells him, we could be friends. I'm getting married. And he's like, nah, I don't want to be your friend. And just checked out her Facebook page. She's with this fat, heavier set guy, you know, and I mean, she's half, like she's like 20% his size, right? So why is that important? Most women in general, they're not interested. Somebody's really out of shape, you know. They're not going to tell you that, right?
No.
But they're really not. So she obviously was desperate to not want to work 12-hour days, 6 days a week. She cared for the guy, I'm sure. You know, I'm sure she cared for him a little bit, but based on what my buddy told me, it's like, okay, she just wanted to come to the U.S. He's telling me because she wanted to marry him. He wasn't interested.
It's rough, man. But I see those Riz videos, guys. All you gotta do is just put like it's on Instagram, it's on YouTube. especially on TikTok, man. And like every girl that gives their number out is a Colombian girl, like a paisa. And then sometimes they say no, but I think it's because they just don't find the guy attractive. But you could just tell like the conversation and shit. You're like, damn, this girl's like, and they're so hot too, bro. Like, but it's just like I tell guys, like, man, the worst thing that you could do to me, a girl that's like economically well off, she's not gonna leave her country, her nest to go be with you out of her.
She's not gonna.
You think a girl from Stratus 4 or 5 is gonna go be with you in Chicago or Houston?
You don't speak the language. You don't understand.
Yeah, hell no, well, nah. Yeah. Well, those girls ain't living their fucking houses to go be with you. Like it just, I mean, bro, like there's like this one guy, a YouTuber. I'm not gonna say his name, but he's always talking shit about black women and shit. And like he married a Colombian girl, a paisa. He met on Facebook, and the marriage didn't even last a year. And I saw his videos because he has them on his channel. It's like I wanted her to cook me 3 meals, but she wants to work, and I'm like, I want a fit, feminine woman, but like. I'm like, bro, but didn't you get to know your girl before you married her? And you brought, and not only that, but she's like older and has kids, and so the marriage lasted like 1.5 years, and that's it.
Wow.
Yeah, man. But I like he was mad. He's like, I want her to cook me 3 meals. I'm like, bro, well, you should have got to know her a little bit better before you brought her. Like, and the red flag was like, I met her through a Facebook dating app. I'm like, oh, come on, bro. Man,
she wanted to work, huh?
Yeah, he wanted 3 meals a day and shit, dude. And she wanted to work and shit. But I'm like, well, at least you gotta work, girl.
It would have been cheaper for him to go get somebody to make it.
I mean, at least he got a working girl. That's what I was thinking to myself. At least she hustles.
Yeah.
She's not lazy because oh my god.
Right. Yeah. Well, she hustles, but at the end of the day, she's probably hustling for herself.
Yeah, but he got a girl that was in her 30s, though. The girl looks like she's mid-35, but she's good looking for her age.
Yeah.
With kids, and I'm like, man, fuck that shit. I'm not.
Yeah. No kidding, dude. I've been on a binge of American Greed. You ever watch American Greed?
No.
Watch it someday. You're gonna be like, what the hell? Everybody that you think is successful is a con artist. So I'm watching this show, American Greed. It's funny because these people they just fake it. Fake it like they know what they're talking about and everything else. You find out they're all criminals, every single one of them. Like the founder of Tyrannos or whatever. She wanted to be the next female Steve Jobs. Turns out her invention didn't work. She was a fraud anyway. But you go down anyway. I've been binging that. Sometimes, I don't watch this stuff in the U.S., but I'll tell you something. Some of you guys will realize when you start to travel these places. Once you start leaving the U.S. or any Western country, you start to become more acclimated into your culture. If you're American or Canadian, you start to gravitate towards that culture. Why? Because you start to appreciate it more. So I don't watch this stuff in the U.S., but here I'm like, yeah, this is interesting, and then I'll watch it. Same with Hollywood movies. I don't go to the movies when I'm in the U.S. I Netflix everything, but here you'll want to go watch the movie, But anyway.
I don't know, bro. Just you know what? It's just be interesting. Like I'm really looking forward to having these the live, man. I want to buy like the Rode podcast like microphone and equipment with it, so it's gonna like sound a lot more nicer.
Yeah, but I went and bought me a tripod. I bought a tripod with a couple of microphones that arrived. I ordered it on Amazon. So here's the thing: anything you order on Amazon, $35 or more, a minimum $35. You can get your shipping for free, and it'll arrive within 7 days. But here's the catch. A lot of stuff cannot be shipped here. Like vitamins, very difficult to ship here through Amazon. Reason why they do that, so you don't compete with the local market. Because once again, the rich people in Colombia control all the businesses. They want you to buy vitamins through their businesses, or they want you to buy. So it's impossible to like ship vitamins and not pay taxes on it. Now there is a way. Anything less, I forgot I think it's called something minimus, right? Anything less than a certain amount of money, like in the U.S. you have it. It used to be $800. I think they're slashing that. I don't remember the exact number. You could import anything up to $800 without paying taxes on it. In Colombia, it's up to $200. But here's what they did though. It's up to $200. But it has to be maximum 6 items. So if you import something, let's say you want to import vitamins, and you're able to, you have to pay the shipping on it, but you don't pay taxes on it. And I found a shipping company, but the guy's expensive.
Let me
Sends
ask you
another.
something, Rob. Let me ask you: do you think our warm welcome has worn out in Medellin?
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. You know how I know
I
that's the
think like
case?
those motherfuckers are just kind of like get the fuck.
No, in their head, look, it's a love hate relationship. I want your money, but I want you to get
I
the hell
don't
out of
want
here.
you to be here. Yeah, yeah,
I don't
yeah.
want you to be here. Well, let me tell you how I know that's the case. Why is it taking 4 hours to go through security? Not security, through customs. Think about that. If they wanted
Well, I
all
mean, I
those,
saw Fico. He keeps saying that he's asking the federal government for help for them to send more people, but they're kind of like ignoring him. But I don't know if that's true.
I personally think they take their time grilling people as they're going through. So, like, if you were to time it, it takes 4 hours. You got 400 people. Let's say it takes them 3 minutes per 400 people. Dude, how many? What does that come out to? How many hours is that? Let's be honest. It takes them.
And not only
How,
that, but when I was coming in, like half the line was like single guys too. So I'm looking, I'm like, damn, bro. Like there's families as well in there, dude, but not too many. And so I'm like, man, bro, like, whew,
yeah, I'm trying to figure out who got the word out for all these guys that come out. They're not coming out to enjoy the damn liquor.
hell
You know what
no.
I mean? You know what they're coming out for. So
And
somebody
we'll
obviously.
see though. I mean, I mean, that's why I made my trip to Colombia only like a month and a half long and shit, dude. But I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of worried because the apartment is a little pricey. But like
Where
I
you
said,
going to Medellin?
yeah, I mean, they don't let me inside. For I don't care for like I
No,
never
they'll
had.
let you in. Just don't take no
I'm
condoms.
flat. Oh fuck, bro! But I am taking condoms though. That's the thing.
No, no,
I
don't take no
don't like the
condoms.
fucking condoms they have in fucking Colombia. I'm sorry, bro, but I just can't deal with it, man. Like
Yeah, I know. I
they're
think
fucking trash, bro. I hate them, bro.
yeah, if you go, I would say just try to figure out.
Plus, I bought like some bikinis and shit for the girls because they're gonna do the interviews in the fucking jacuzzi. So I was like, man, I got them some nice shit.
Yeah,
And I was like, bro, like they're gonna might say, but you know what? The good thing is I have a lot of like brand new clothes that I'm not gonna wear as well. Male clothes,
yeah.
like t-shirts and stuff like that. So I could just say I sell male clothes as well. So man, you know what? I don't care if I'm gonna. But look, man, I have a podcast. This is what they're gonna wear. I sell some clothes. They don't let me in. I'm not gonna fucking. I don't give a
No,
fuck.
they'll let you in. I think it's just what really flags it is a lot of the nonsense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of the crazy stuff. Other than that, yeah, they'll let you in. I wouldn't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll see and shit, man. I'm not tripping and shit, fool. But I wanted to do this live because like you have to do a live like every once in a while. And everything. I just tell them no te gusta condón. They let me in with no problems. What the fuck? That they already stopped you for that? I just tell them no te gusta condón, and they let me in no problems.
Oh no,
That's a nice 69. Nah, dude, I'm gonna have like a few girls on the lives though. Like I said, I got a few yeses already. Everybody said yes, so it
uh-huh.
should be interesting. I do lives like in the jacuzzi, just have like like the girl just talking shit, whatever. And I'm also gonna do like regular interviews. I gotta buy the camera, bro. Like I used to use the Panasonic G7, but that one's like the stable on it. It's not good. The motion focus on it's not good. Like it just like I've done interviews with it before, but it's just like out of date. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
get the Pocket 3, and so I'm gonna buy the one next month. I think, and I'm good, bro. That's it. I already got the glasses. And I just need the Pocket 3, and that's it, bro. I'm ready to get out of here. I'm just paying some student loans off and shit. When I'll be out of here in 2 months. No me gusta, man. I'm still learning Espanol. Oh, shit's fucking hilarious. I think those guys that are getting sent back, there's just like a bag of issues, bro. Like $6,000, $7,000 is always gonna be a red flag in any country, bro. Not just
yeah,
Colombia, bro. Like in Mexico and Costa Rica and DR, they see you with that much cash, like immediately it's gonna be a red. Like that's what they're trained to do, like to see those type of things, bro. Like so they're just like, why is this guy carrying this much cash, bro? Like it's not nothing for anything positive. So that's already like a red flag. And I saw the video of the guy, and then just like, like I said, I saw another guy, the cop talking to the guy on the side, and the guy was like asking the dude, like, let me see pictures of your girlfriend, like, let me see the man. I wouldn't do that. I'd be like, look, bro, you don't want to let me in, then fuck off, bro. And shit, like, I'm not doing that. But this sucks though. That guy said he was like waiting in the cold room for like 10 hours before he boarded a flight at 2 a.m. Like, fuck, bro.
yeah.
That's a fucked up part, bro. But who knows, bro? But anyways, I want to end up the live, and thanks for everybody that stopped by and shit. I'll probably do another live maybe before Christmas or maybe afterwards. But I should be in Brazil in March or Feb, and I see if I could do maybe like one live with one of the girls there, but if she's down. Be
Okay.
interesting and shit, dude. It'd be cool. Like I think I met a few girls that speak English, so if I could get one girl, it'll be nice and shit. Then maybe get a few interviews as well. But I don't really want to put the girls that I know there on camera because I like them and shit. So I might put like one or two there, just like whatever. But in Colombia, it'll be different. Like I put all of them on camera because I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit about Colombia. It's like whatever. It's just a place to have fun. And then in Brazil, it's like where I have my acquaintances or friends actually. So.
Yeah.
Anyways, bro, are you gonna be in Colombia for a few months?
Yeah, I'll be here for some time.
All right, bro. That's good, bro. That's good, dude.
Yeah, 100%, bro. Sounds good, man. So
All
let's
right, bro. I'll be popping, bro. So I'll be in Brazil from like March through late April, and then I'll be in Medellin like I think the last week of April all the way to the end of May, because the World Cup starts in June. So I gotta be out of there by June. So not I will stay longer, guys. But it depends how the channel goes. Like if I see like the algorithm like picks up like really good, I'll go back as soon as the World Cup is over. Or I might not. I don't know, because I'm thinking of like if Argentina goes to the final, I'm definitely gonna get my whole ass to fucking Buenos Aires. Like a one-way ticket from Mexico City to Buenos Aires is only $5. So I definitely would like to see a World Cup final in Buenos Aires, and especially if they win hell, that'd be good for the channel and shit, dude.
yeah,
I'm already
absolutely.
gonna get the fucking microphone, the everything, guys. So I'll be able to do interviews as well, street interviews. That's what I'm planning on do. But anyways, guys, yeah, I got some really good shit for next year, bro. I got a lot of interviews coming. Brazil, I do a few, guys, but not too many. Don't expect a lot of shit in Brazil, or I might. I don't know. It just depends. And then, but when I get to Colombia, I'm definitely get the ball rolling. And then when I get to Mexico, I'll do interviews over there at the World Cup. There, Guadalajara is gonna have a few games, so I interview some of the girls. There's gonna be girls from different countries there. So let's say there's like I know for sure Iran is not going to be playing in the U.S. They're going to be playing in Mexico, I think, and they qualified. So, so let's just say there's some Iranian girls in Guadalajara. I'll do like an interview, like, hey, what do y'all think about Mexico and shit? Whatever and shit. So, I'm going to be doing that shit, guys. So it should be interesting when I get to Mexico, like the interviews, and then, like I said, if Argentina goes to the final, I'll go. But if not, I'll go probably right back to Colombia for the algorithm. It's a number of things, guys, but the algorithm does me good in Colombia, which I think it will. I'll go right back and I'll start doing interviews again. But this time I'm not gonna stay in Medellin. Like I want to go to other cities, like Cúcuta would be one of them, Monterrey another one.
Yeah.
I could definitely go to Cali for 2 weeks. I'll go to Cali. Yopal would be another city as well. So I'm gonna hit up with like 4 or 5 new cities, and then probably just bounce out of there and shit, dude. I don't know where I'll go to. But anyways, guys, like I have a lot of shit planned for next year, and I hope y'all are ready for it, man.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
have a good
plan.
night, guys. You too,
Hey,
bro.
you too. Thank you.